Hey everybody, this is Mike from Nexus5accessories.com, and today we're going to have a kind of an overview slash review of the Kommandant aluminum bumper case from Casefanatic for the Nexus 5. There's a lot of good pictures on the site, but there hasn't been many concrete details about how the case is made up of and what it comes with. So I was actually able to obtain a unit for review purposes from Casefanatic, and today I'm going to hopefully kind of give you like a better idea of how this case is actually constructed. The most important thing to note is this thing is machined from genuine aluminum. It's kind of got some bend to it, but it's a complete unibody kind of protection right here. And you can see on the inside there's kind of these little felt soft bumpers that make sure that your Nexus 5 doesn't get all scratched up while it's inside, and it actually does a pretty good job of keeping it fastened in there pretty well so it's not jiggling around and shaking around when you're moving. The buttons are easy to press through the felt. The way they designed it is that the button will kind of push through that bumper area, that felt area, and give a kind of like indirect contact to the buttons themselves, but they press in pretty well. You could see that the volume buttons are just circles instead of a rocker. This is the rear piece, which not a lot of people can tell from the pictures, but it is kind of like a bumper in the sense that it leaves your rear exposed, and it's aluminum just like the bumper piece, and they've actually etched a Nexus 5 logo on the bottom of it. This is something that not a lot of people notice when they're looking at this case, but it's actually like a plexiglass back insert that will cover the rear of your Nexus 5 so it doesn't get scratched up and scuffed up if it's in your pocket, or if you got a purse, or if it's in your backpack or something. And it's etched in a way, or shaped in a way that it kind of fits into the rear pretty well. There's actually like a lip that they've cut along the edge of that plexiglass to make sure that it seats in place properly. And then of course they have the accurate cutouts for the rear camera and the LED flash. They've also included these little tiny screws, and this is actually something I failed to realize when I was initially looking at this case, but it's actually held together by these little tiny screws, and they've actually included a little portable screwdriver to come with them as well. And it's also important to note that the case itself takes 2 screws, but they've included like 6, so they know they're really small and that you might lose them eventually, so they've included a lot of extra ones, which is very nice of them. So now I'm going to attempt to put this thing together and show you how it looks. Wish me luck. I haven't tried putting this together before, so this could kind of mirror your experience going into this blind. Okay, I cheated. I had to look how it went. So here's how you put it together. If you wanted to see me try to put it together for like 5 minutes, you can download the bloopers because I had it on reversed like an idiot. So I got it in there now. You want to make sure you line up the earphone jack with the big hole on the top. Then this part was kind of tricky because you want to line up the plexiglass back properly. So I think the best thing to do is kind of, and I think I'll eventually figure it out here, I think you want to try to sit that plexiglass cover down first, and then line that up with the camera, and then line the aluminum back piece up once you have that plexiglass piece aligned as well. Next is the pretty fun part. Once you have everything aligned properly with the case and the plexiglass, it's time to put these little tiny screws in, and let's try this, see if I can get it. You got to be extremely you got to have surgical hands basically to pull this off, but you're not on any kind of time limit, so you don't have to rush or anything. And as you can see, I also like to live dangerously because I just leave these tiny screws laying around all over the place. And then but once you get it in, just get started a little bit, and then you can just go ahead and tighten it up. But I can't tell you enough how small these little screws are, so just be prepared and do this in a well-lit area. So that one was a little tricky for some reason, but that's just me. I think I really lucked out on that first one, but I started thinking about it way too much, and I'm the antithesis of clutch, so that one took a little bit. But once you get everything together, you can make sure everything's lined up. Feels really good in the hand. You can wipe these fingerprint smudges off the back here, but it's extremely sturdy. Like there's no give in it at all. Like it doesn't wiggle around. This thing is machined extremely accurately, and the buttons are very easy to press. I was actually impressed with that. They've also included a screen protector, which I'm not really a big fan of screen protectors, but if you're wondering about the quality of it, it is pretty much identical to the screen protectors that come with the OtterBox cases in terms of like thickness. So I hope you enjoyed our overview of Casefanatic's Kommandant metal aluminum bumper case. We kind of wanted to just shoot this video to give you a closer look of how the case comes together and how it functions and how it looks and how it feels. You can get this case today directly through Casefanatic, and you can read our overview in the links below. Thanks for watching.